Hello Scorpios, and thanks for joining me for the February free tarot scope reading. This is Vickie Verley, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. We're going to start out with our usual spread using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck. Then we will follow up with one card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle card. Both are my own creation. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, then you can tune in to the additional bonus card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card deck. This is for the Sun, Rising, and Moon of Scorpios. And let's get into what is happening in February for Scorpio. There you are. That's your card. Queen of Cups. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. 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 Scorpio, February 2019, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. One more card for Scorpio. Oh, just one. There it is. I wanted to let everybody know also that in February I'm going to be opening up for the seasonal equinox reading for the spring equinox, which is coming up in March. So if you'd like to order that, you can check it out on my website. So here's the reading. Your first card out was your significator. So whether you're male or female in these general readings, that would be the card that is you. So you are in the upright position, and it seems like, you know, you've got your back kind of turned on everything. It kind of seems like you're in your own little world. You're focusing on your cup and your magic, and you're creating your life and making your plans, and almost oblivious of the world outside of you. There's some things that are still lingering, as is in February here. We've still got some financial loose ends that we have to tie up, and you are in bondage to this still. You're still trying to, there's some things, but I think that you're wise in knowing that there's not a whole lot you can really do about it right now. I feel like for most of you, whatever this is, it just kind of has to play itself out, or maybe it's going to take a little while. Like you filed the papers and you're just waiting for the whatever it might be. So, but in the meantime, it feels like you're making good use of your time here. You're not going to look at that. But some of you, it could be maybe you need to look at that. Maybe there's a financial situation that you're avoiding and that you need to settle this once and for all, you know. But whatever you're doing here, it feels really like powerful magic, powerful mojo, like you're really making plans and seeing your vision of your future and implementing, you know, how you're going to do it, and making your plans and making your manifestation. There's a lot of people here, if you notice. You've got the Queen of Cups, you've got the Knight of Swords, Knight of Rods, and King of Rods. So there's going to be a big influx of people, it seems, coming to you this month. Again, all of the court cards, which represent people, don't necessarily hold true with the gender in these general readings. So you've got the Knights, Kings, could be male, female, anybody. I'd like everybody to look at this card. Take a look at it. And what does his face seem like to you? That's how I always do this card. That can tell a lot, because this card can mean a lot of different things. To me, it looks like you've got it, like maybe you got an income tax return or something, you know, and then you've got this chunk of money, and it's like, well, what am I going to do with it? It could be worrying about money. It depends on how his face looks. Does he look happy, sad, worried, you know, accomplished? To me, in this particular instance, he looks like he's like, okay, I've got this pile of money. What am I going to do with it? I need this much to pay my bills, and then I have this little extra nugget here. What am I going to do? Am I going to go on a golfing trip or croquet? Almost looks like this is he's going to hit that ball with the stick there or something. Let that happen too in these readings. If you see things that look like I just said, a croquet ball or something, or golf, or you see words and topping out, that is a message for you, directly to you from Spirit, so do pay attention to those. Knight of Swords comes rushing in. Knight of Swords is probably an air sign person, Aquarius, a Gemini, or Libra. Also, we are in the sign of Aquarius for the majority of the month of February. Also, we do have a new moon in Aquarius on February 4th, so all of these time frames could come into play. Feels like he's got an idea for what you want to do with that money. That's what it feels like to me. I feel like this is what's happening. You've got this money or this financial situation that you need to make, you're going to make a decision about. You've got to make a decision. And you've got him on one hand, and then you've got this other person or people on the other hand. I'll get to them in a minute. It almost feels like who you're going to go. It could be 2 jobs. It could be for some of you there's 2 different jobs. There's something about him that makes you leery, like you're looking over at him and you're feeling kind of leery and feeling kind of apprehensive. Although I don't pick that up myself, he is in the upright position, and so I don't feel like he's, you know, trying to pull any fast ones or anything. You know, I feel like he's he or she is on the up and up. You know what stands out to me is the V's. There's a V here, there's a V here, and then there's a V here with these swords. So V's. Well, V is me. That's me, you know, Vickie Verley. I'm a double V, but maybe V is something else, you know, for you individually. Could be the person's name, you know, or could be a lot of things. I don't want to just say, oh, their name begins with the letter V, because it could just be a lot of different things for a lot of different people. But just keep that in mind. The letter V is absolutely standing out to me on these 2 cards, and then I looked down and saw the V down here also. So there's nothing to really be apprehensive about him or her, but that doesn't mean that they're the best choice either. To me, if I had to make a choice, I would go with this one. You've got the Knight and the King. So the Knight and the King usually to me means it's the same person over a long period of time. That you know them as a knight and then you know them later on as a king. Upright, upright. So positive, positive. Because sometimes it can come out positive and then, you know, later on they turn, it's not so positive anymore. So positive for the long haul is what I get out of this fire sign energy. And of course the fire signs are the Leos, the Aries, and the Sagittariuses. Also, it could be 2 for the price of 1. Like maybe it's a father and son, or mother and daughter, or, you know, the master and the apprentice. I feel like you have this one, or you have these 2 together to choose from. And I'm feeling stronger to this. This feels like a stronger stance. Not that there's anything to be apprehensive about this one, or worried about. I think this could also be a positive choice. However, I feel like this is, if I had to choose, make this big decision between the 2 of them, and it could only be one, I would absolutely go with this energy down here, the more fiery energy, the one that comes along with the extra person, or the one that's been in business a very long time, or that you've known a very long time. But the thing with the Knight of Swords is it's all quick, quick, move, move, action. It could be, you know, a newer thing, not as established as this other thing. If this could be lovers, but it sure seems like they're all heading towards trying to help you with this money thing over here. Could be lovers, so I would go more with the fire sign person, or if it could be somebody that you knew before coming back from the past. Definitely could be that. 7 of Pentacles, though. That's, you know, that's money related. That's money related, and they're all coming towards it. Could be you trying, you know, going through 2 different jobs. One's a startup and one's a long time. That says King of Rods, but I looked down, I saw Kingpin. I think Kingpin is not necessarily, doesn't that have to do with like gangs and stuff? Let me look up Kingpin. Kingpin. Oh, it's that movie. It's that bowling movie. It's funny, I got croquet and then I'm picking up, I love that movie, it's so hilarious. But it's also some, it's a fictional supervillain. But what does it just mean in general? That's just a word, not the character. It's a Marvel comic, dude. And it's the movie with the bowling, that's so funny. A kingpin, also called a center pin or a 5-pin, is the very center of the bowling. Okay, it is a bowling term. Okay, okay, it gets used. Common meaning is someone who is important. Okay, so he's important. Maybe there is some weird bowling reference in there for somebody too. I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and get over and do our animal totem card for our Scorpio friends here. I'm going to say go with the tried and true for your message. Go with tried and true. Because I think that is kind of the message here. What is the animal totem card for Scorpio for February 2019? February. Scorpio. Possum. I love possum. Now that I understand so much more about him. Dreamer of dreams, seer of visions, pause, create, and space for enlightenment. Breathe. Keep your plans and ideas private. Know when to assert yourself and when to play dead. Yeah. You notice he's got his back turned to this, and he's like, it's sort of like a shield set up. Like, this is his plans and ideas private. Yes, you're going to need, it seems like you're going to need help, or, you know, that there's going to be more people involved. But here's another thing I'm saying. It's like they're on a need to know basis. You don't have to spill your guts. Well, Scorpios never do that anyway. You guys play your cards close to the vest anyway. But, you know, need to know basis. You don't have to tell them every little thing about what you're doing or your plans. That looks like a V too, even though it's a U. Pause. So that V energy, it's so weird. I've never seen that before. And obviously that can't apply to everybody, so it's got to be just a few people. But it's sure coming through strong. Yeah, you don't have to tell them everything. It feels to me like you're interviewing them, or it's your choice to make. They're the ones, you know, you tell them as much as they need to know to find out the information that you need in order to make the informed decision that you need to make. Okay? Alright, so that is the reading. If you are Patreon level 2, go ahead and tune in to not only do you get the readings early, but you also get the bonus card, which I'm going to film right after this. So go ahead and head over there. Don't forget about the ingress reading. It's a really popular reading. Your chart, the ingress chart, even though it's astrology based, it's very much a psychic reading, and you do get an animal totem card. It's a predictive reading for the upcoming season. I do have all sorts of other stuff available on my website, so please do check that out as well. By supporting me through Patreon and purchasing my wares is what keeps these readings free each and every month on YouTube, year after year. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting. Hit subscribe if you have the inkling to. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.